Good morning. So I'm just coming in following on from the post I put out this morning about packaging and who would recycle it or reuse it. And the poll was quite surprising, although not surprising really, because I'm asking you guys who are eco-warriors and eco-conscious people. So the results came out quite high that you would try to repurpose, reuse or recycle this. Now, I admit I did not open this carefully this morning. I think it's partly because I knew in my head that I wasn't going to do anything with this. I personally couldn't reuse it. I didn't think I could anyway. I still can't think of anything I'd reuse it for, so I didn't carefully open it. Now it says on here, I am made from 100% recycled material, which is fab. Recycle me, make me into something new. Now, I have problems with this, so I'm pleased it's made out of recycled material. Recycle me. Now, this kind of makes out that it's easy to recycle. I mean, it doesn't say it's easy to recycle, but for something to say recycle me, I'm recyclable, means that the person, the consumer, should be able to easily recycle that. I don't believe it's realistic for the average person to collect every single item they have, which is technically recyclable, and then work out where it's got to go. As in, I've got to go to the supermarket to dispose of that. I'm not going to supermarkets, not big supermarkets. I have not been to a big supermarket since COVID, and I don't want to. I don't want to go there. Am I going to collect it for months? Well, I did collect it for months, and then I wasn't going to the supermarkets. And they weren't collecting them, I believed. I was told they weren't collecting them. And I'm also sceptical. I am sceptical about recycling. Through documentaries I've read and more stuff I've read about where it goes. We know a lot of our recycling goes abroad. If you've seen that documentary with Hugh and Anita about how loads of carry bags ended up overseas in Malaysia because they couldn't do anything with the carry bags. And I'm like, well, if this is going into recycling with carry bags, is it actually going to be recycled? Hi Tanya, or is it going to be dumped abroad and not recycled? So if I'm honest, I'm sceptical about recycling carry bags and stretchy plastic at the moment. So I am not going to collect it. Don't hate me. Don't hate me for not recycling it. I'm going to put it in the bin. And I was really gutted that no one else said that, because now I feel like a wally. But I think we need to be realistic. How many of the average person are going to get this with their packaging, something's arrived in, and are going to go, oh, I'm going to keep that, I'm going to recycle that, I'm going to collect it and take it to the supermarket and recycle it. I tell you, most people in the world don't even know that you can recycle this, and don't even know that supermarkets take carry bags. Partly because the supermarket signage normally says recycle carrier bags. It does not say, unless it's changed since I've been to a supermarket, it does not say I recycle all stretchy plastic here. So when I've said to people, yeah, you can take the stretchy plastic there and put it in the carrier bags, people have gone, well, there's nothing that says that. It doesn't say you can take your bread bags or your frozen peas stretchy plastic bag. It doesn't say that, it doesn't communicate that, which makes me think supermarkets don't really want to do it, and I'm not convinced what's happening at the other end. So what I'm saying is, all these things that we buy online, this is my husband's one, this is what I bought this morning, like most people are not going to recycle this. So I guess my point is it okay? That's one, it's made of recycled plastic, we know that's good. Is it okay that businesses just do that and they go, well, I've done my bit, I've told you it's made of recycled plastic, and I've told you to recycle it or reuse it. They've done their bit. Most people are not going to recycle it, and most people in the world are not going to find another purpose for it. Unless you really carefully, like perhaps I could have done, cut that bit. Oh yeah, that was easier to open than I realised actually. To say that was in place and that wasn't ripped there. You could take that down and reuse it if you were somebody who was posting out other goods. I don't post out goods. I hate going to post office and posting stuff. I'm never going to use it again. So I'm not going to reuse it. I'm not going to rehome it, repurpose it. I mean, I could rehome it if there genuinely was people that wanted them. So I could put them on the Eco-Essex Recycling Community Group if it wasn't ripped. So that is an idea. But I just think we'll be realistic in how many people what percentage of the population are going to do that? So therefore, is it okay that businesses do that? And do you do this? Do you say, oh, well, you know, I've done my bit. I've told them to recycle the plastic bag. Like, you know, I've done my bit. And I just want you to think about whose responsibility is it to look after the planet. And it is both. I feel it's both for the consumer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we do need to do our bit and go out of our way as much as we can. We also need to trust the businesses that they're doing their bit. Are Tesco actually going to recycle this? What are they doing with it? But actually, I don't feel it is enough for businesses to do that. I feel businesses need to take responsibility in making it easy for consumers and saying, well, actually, my packaging is, I don't know, 100% home compostable, or it's recycled plastic and fully recyclable in your curbside home waste recycling scheme, not like you've got to go and send it off to TerraCycle and stuff. You know, like paper tape rather than sellotape, like all these simple things. And I think as businesses, you've got to remember how inspiring you are and how much of an impact you can have. Imagine if you have 1,000 customers a year and you send out, you know, forest-friendly, reused cardboard box of paper tape, and you can have a little sign on there kind of saying, I am made out of recycled paper, I have been repurposed several times, please recycle in your curbside waste. You're educating people and inspiring them. So I want you to have a think about whose responsibility is it for packaging. What else was I going to say? Yeah, I guess something like that. I mean, okay, I was bad. It was my bad for just ripping it open. And that was because I just knew I wasn't going to reuse it. I mean, perhaps I do need to think about opening them more carefully. And if that's the case, then we need businesses to say, hey, I'll take your reuse, I'll take your jiffy bags, what they're called, for my business to reuse. And we need businesses to say, I want them. Educate people. Could we have signs on there, little sticker saying, please open carefully, I will reuse your bag for you. You know, so that's my little moan off this morning about packaging. And just have a think about it. Are you just assuming that your business customers should be doing their bit? Are you doing your bit?